Hello, everybody. My scalp is burned because I went outside today and it was very hot outside. And even though I put on sunscreen, it didn't matter. My name is Trip Starlake and I am a bunny sea slug. I welcome you to my Starlake Observatory. We do lots of things here today. We do lots of things here today. No, we don't do lots of things here today. We do like one thing today. We do lots of things here, like play video games and stuff. But today I just want to talk about the things I've read this year so far. I found a tag on the YouTubes that's called like the mid-year freak out book tag, and I was like, I can do that because I've read 20 books this year. Wow! And I'd like to talk about it today. Also, I kind of wanted to talk about the visual novel I just played called Even If Tempest. I'm not sure if I will. I may talk about that. Honestly, my head hurts from being out in the sun and it being very hot. And even though I'm hydrated now, it just it just hits you. And I just kind of wanted to hang out rather than play video games because I have a feeling today video games would make my head hurt worse. So this works for me because this is what I wanted to do anyway. Yeah. And then of course I want to like edit it down and put it up in a more like succinct version onto like my YouTubes. So it works out. Also, like, I feel like, okay, so I live with a house with other people other than just myself, and I don't, like, stream in an area that's all on my own. And so, like, I want to record videos and, like, reviews and things like that, but I have very limited times when I feel like I'm not bothering everyone or I'm not working. So I was like, you know what, let's take this stream time, and I'll stream and record things for review things I want to do. I don't know. It's just how it's gonna work. Someday, maybe even sometime soon, I will have. Uh, sometime soon I'll have like my own room. I'm like, it's like man wanting to move, but the market is like, why are the houses so expensive? Hi, Zerubats, how's it going? So there's that. It's a dream. It's a pipe dream at this point, but it's a dream nonetheless. Hello. I am doing all right. My head hurts, so I just want to talk about book today. I hope you don't mind. It's okay because they're mostly Nancy Drew books. Here's the thing: I was planning on reading all the Nancy Drew books. Well, I'm still going to do it. I'm still doing it. All the Nancy Drew books based on the games, and then like talk about them at some point. But you know what? But you know what? I need to talk about them now because I've read 20 of them and I'm going crazy. So we're going to. It'll get it off my chest now so I can go into the rest of the books with like a clean mindset. I never knew owning a modest home would be this big of a dream. Jeez, I know. I don't even want anything crazy. I just want an extra room for like an office space. I want one extra room. That's all I want. But like any house that I would normally be able to afford is like going for like 30 to 40% more than it's actually worth on the market right now. It's so annoying. Yeah, let's get out. Okay, so I got this. I saw there's these new toys going around by Fisher Price. They're called guillotines. I kind of want to get a Fisher Price toy, for my cousin, This is a joke. Not real. Hello, Lunatic. Thanks for the lurk. Easy way to not go hungry. That's true. There's a lot of rich food like macaroni and cheese. The French knew what they were doing. That's the other thing I wanted to complain about before I get into this. Okay, so on Friday, I literally was like, okay, I'm going to make the cakes beforehand because I've made sponge cakes using the French method. Like a couple, like once or twice before. I was like, I should be able to do this even though it's really hot out. I can control the temperatures. I can turn the AC on. I can have fans in here. It'll be fine. No, it didn't work. I made two cakes and they both collapsed and I'm so mad about it and it took 5 hours and then I was just like, you know what? It's been 5 hours. I'm going to go rest my little body. I'm not going to stream and suffer. So I do apologize for not streaming on Friday. That wasn't the plan, but it is what it is. And I'm going to make a different version of the Kirby car cake than I was originally planning next Saturday. This upcoming Saturday, I suppose. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I was so mad that day and I just felt like an utter failure. And like I was like, well, I don't want to stream now because I'm exhausted from working on 2 cakes that didn't even work out. And then I had stuff I had to do on Saturday and Sunday, so here we are now. The only thing I would like to admit about the French. It's okay. Food disappointments are the roughest ones. Yeah, it's true. Well, yeah, when the thing that you made isn't even edible. Yeah. I was like wondering, I was like, can I use these collapsed sponge cakes? Can I use them? And then I ate them and it just tasted like I had like made like fried egg cake and it tasted so bad. I was like, no, I'm not making this into anything. We're done here. uh, okay, so it just takes so much time, and then who knows what goes wrong. I'm not really. I mean, honestly, I am. I don't want to say the same stuff, so just reread my previous supportive message. No, all the supportive messages really helped because, yeah, I don't know. I just felt like such a loser. I was like, man, I tried so hard and I failed, and it had been a while since I had had like such a big blow in baking because I don't know. I've been practicing it a lot, you know. So I was like, it'll be fine. I can do it, and then I couldn't. I also had to like go out early in the morning to find strawberries because the day before nobody was selling strawberries for some reason. I don't know why. It was so frustrating. But anyway, I'm gonna move over here. Yeah. And then I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you this stupid what's the word? Excel spreadsheet, I suppose. It's not it's on Google Sheets of my Nancy stats so far. Yeah. Tried so hard and got so far. It didn't matter because I couldn't even eat the cake. It was too gross. Where is the button I want to press? Where is the button that I want to press? I don't know where it is. There it is. Oh, aha. Sad. I know. Okay, actually, this is really tiny. I forgot how tiny this would be. I'm gonna zoom in. Can I zoom in? No, you dumb Google Sheets not being um like Excel spreadsheets. So the Lulu wants cake would hit a sore spot. Well, no, but yes, but no. It's all in good fun, so it's all right. Hello, Austin. How's it going? So I don't know. I know that it's small. I wonder. I mean, I can't really make it bigger, but it's fine. Eh, eh, eh. Me, Lulu. Me too, Lulu. Me too. That's exactly how it is. Okay, so I know it's really tiny. I can't make it bigger immediately, but that's okay. Basically, these are all of the Nancy Drew video games in this column right here, and all the ones that I've highlighted are ones that I have read the book and played the game before. So I've read all these books, and some of them have more than one book associated with them, which is awful and I hate it. But yeah. Blind people, get your It's totally readable, is it? Don't think so. That's okay though, because I'll just talk about everything. It doesn't really matter. I just wanted to show this for like showing its sake, because I just have it up. I need to move a couple things around so I can still read chat. One moment while I figure it out. It's me! Oh no, it's me! I feel like that's more pleasant to look at than this white screen though. Let's actually I'll just turn it off. Boop. Yep. There we go. Look, I can read it, so that means I can and will make a generalization about everyone else's capabilities. Okay, cool. There, I gotta move this over here. Just like, you're fine, just go there. Okay, I'll move back down here. Then I'll turn it on again. I think that should be fine. Yeah, okay, sure. Whatever, it's cool. So, actually, some of the books that I read this year I actually have on my Goodreads, which my Goodreads has been Tripsified, so if you do have a Goodreads and want to follow me in there, feel free. What did I read this year? If I go, oh wait, actually I should like not show here. Look at me. Wow. Let me go to my current have read this year list. Yeah, so I completed 20 books. Yeah, okay, this is fine to see. All right. I'm happy you're streaming today. It was a boring Monday. Aw. Oh, show me the boots for 2,000 point redeem. Okay. Hold on. I appreciate the redeem. Here, let's go. Oh, wow. Oh my god, I could do double boots. How about that? Twitch chat. Let's do double boots because it's weird. Double boots. Double boots. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we can dance in doubles. Double, double dance. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's the double feature. I would probably not do this usually. Oh gosh. But it's funny to me, so why not? I like it. Alright. Moving back down here. Okay. You have that, and then oh, where did you guys go? There you are. Let me move you back over here. Alright. When's the triple feature? Oh, that's a good point. Oh, I could do that, actually. I figured out how to run 2 instances of YouTube Studio. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have my webcam set up, so it'll mess up. But it's a good idea. Trips, triple tango. I totally could do 3 trips. No, that's funny. Oh, I did read this in this year. Anyway, so there we go. Okay, so Goodreads has a thing where it's like, here are all the books you read. I actually read more Nancy Drew books, but I read some of them. I read like 3 or 4 Nancy Drew books in December of last year, so we'll talk about those, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, these are all the actual books that I read. The only books I only read 4 books that were not Nancy Drew books. That's why this year, so that's okay. So I guess I haven't read 20 Nancy Drew books this year, but in total I have read Nancy Drew books. So, yeah. Anyway, so the tag starts with, the first question is the best book you've read so far in 2022. Now I feel like I need to answer all of them as like the Nancy Drew options, but the best book I read was not a Nancy Drew book, so I don't know. Trips, triple boots, yeah, I hope so. Someday soon. Someday soon, coming to a stream near you. So actually, okay, we'll go with the reality and then I'll tell you the best Nancy Drew book I've read so far. So, the best book I read in reality was this book called Iron Widow by Jiran J. Zhao. I might be saying her name slightly wrong, I apologize, but we should look at the cover. It's a cool cover! This book was really good. Thanks for the lurk, Austin. It's basically, she pitched this book as being, she watched Darling in the Franxx and was like, this anime sucks. Let's, make it a good story. And so she wrote a story and it got picked up and published and it was great. In my opinion, the book is actually like, it really is Darling in the Franxx, but if it was good, what a baller move, honestly. Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's just the main character is unhinged, but in a really good way. She's really cool. It's also based off of Wu Zetian, the only female empress in China, in like the legacy of China. So that's pretty cool. It features a lot of like, not plot points, but like plot beats that are similar to Wu Zetian coming into her power, and I really love that there's really good LGBT representation. There's really good Chinese mythology like in there too. I don't know, it was like a learning experience and also just a really fun story. I will say it's not like a total 5-star for me because there are points where I was like, where are we going in this story? Like chapter to chapter it would bounce too far and I wouldn't know where we were anymore. But I still think it's a really, really fun story and totally worth reading. With those same weird sex poses. No, they describe it more as like they like sit, like they're sitting in the same chair and one of them has the arms around them. What's the point then? Well, I mean, weird, sexy things happen. Is that good enough? I don't know. I don't know. It was cool. I think a lot of people went into this. Yeah. So there's a love triangle. There's a love triangle between the man that this girl is paired up with, but also her childhood friend. And instead of being like most like young adult fiction where it's like you have to pick one or the other, she's like, why not both? And it just works out. Oh no, not the childhood friend. Yeah, because it turns out the pilot dude and the childhood friend are also into each other. It's just a really ridiculous story that's totally no, everybody's gay, it's fine. I guess. I don't know. Honestly, if you're ever on a flight, this is a great book to read because I read it on my flight to and from the UK, so it worked out for me. I don't know if I actually recommend. I don't know if I read this book normally, like not on in like one sitting. I don't know if I would have liked it as much as I did, but I don't know. It was really fun for me. I don't know. Moving back to the best Nancy Drew book, I think the best Nancy Drew book I read is oh god, where do we see it? But yeah, no, I seriously actually recommend both of Gianna and Jay Zhao's books, because they're great. Because Iron Widow is Darling in the Franxx Wood of Good, and Zachary Ying and the Dragon Emperor is literally Yu-Gi-Oh meets Percy Jackson. Yeah, it's good. I super skimmed the synopsis and thought Ace was the orientation, but not like best pilot kind of thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, they're ace pilots. But not like the orientation. Just really good at transforming alien metal into metal birds to fight aliens with. Yeah. Yeah, it has a shock ending though. It wasn't really a shock because I read a lot of sci-fi. I was like, oh, they're doing it like this trope. But I'm excited for the sequel Heavenly Tyrant that comes out next year. That's cool. Where is the Nancy Drew book I was trying to find? I think it's this one. Yeah. The Secret of the Scarlet Hand is probably the best book I have read. Let's even see if the oh, where are you taking me? That's not the book. No, enlarged cover. Yeah, this is a bad cover, but that's fine, whatever. Uh, those titles sure are Chinese. Yeah, they are. But I mean, it's a Chinese author, so it's all good. Nancy Drew and the Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Um, is a story of Nancy goes to Washington, D.C. to go be an intern at one of the museums there for an ancient Mayan exhibit, and she's just supposed to help out. But what happens is she just gets. Somebody steals like one of the precious pieces, which also happens in the video game. Um, like a precious like ancient Mayan thing is stolen, and then she finds out that it's actually like these ancient Mayan, like not ancient Mayan, just like basically white people trying to like use Mayan rituals as like youth ceremonies, and she like infiltrates the like the ritual, I guess, at some mansion, and she gets drugged and like hit in the head with a shovel and like almost killed in a shed. And I don't know, this one was actually a lot of fun because like what the heck? What the heck? Hello, Gene Inheritor. So it's what Kiana, which is what? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. It's not a Nancy Drew book if she hasn't hit in the head at least once. She actually doesn't lately. It's kind of disappointing. So I was playing Saints Row and got one of the best weapons. It can literally blow up a car in 2 shots, even the helicopters. Oh, wow. Sounds cool. I mean, I have played Saints Row 2, but it's been a long time, and I've never done that before. So I couldn't really. But yeah, I think this is the best Nancy Drew book that I've read so far, simply because Nancy does stuff. She's like, oh. And it's like crazy stuff too. It's like she realizes that people are having a cult, and she's like, I'm gonna go to that cult party. We're gonna figure out what it's about. And she like watches people like drink jaguar blood, and like it gets passed around in a goblet, and she's like, do I drink this? I guess I drink this. But hers was drugged, and oh my god. And I think one of the funniest things is that she like goes and she goes and breaks into the dude's house. The dude that's like clearly stolen the ancient relic, whatever it was. And she's like, "Oh no, I'll never be able to know when his flight was because he printed out the directions, and the internet is no, he's not connected to the internet anymore. I won't be able to connect to the internet in time because it's like that old of a book." So they just bust into the airport, and then she just like assumes that the ancient relic is in the boot of the man's shoe, and then she wins the day. Hooray! Nancy Assumptions to the rescue. Who drinks Jaguar blood totally ruins the flavor. Who drugs it totally ruins the flavor. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's so weird. I feel bad because I probably gave the best synopsis of a Nancy Drew novel first. This one's the best one. But actually, the game, I didn't play the game on stream because I knew it was like the most boring video game. It's like a closed, like a, what are those those like rooms that people go to like solve puzzles and then escape rooms. That's the thing. Yeah, it's just an escape room. Like she's just in one room the whole time, or and like just solving a closed room puzzle. Yeah, the whole time. Like that's it. That's the whole thing, and it's just not exciting. But yeah, and there's like way too much reading on made up science facts. And the thing about it is when you equip the pimp cane, your character walks. Saints Row 2 is such a weird game. It's nice to see that people are still playing it. The second question is the best sequel you've read so far in 2022? I didn't know how to answer this because I haven't read like a direct sequel. Um, but I have read a lot of Nancy Drew books and they're technically all sequels to each other, right? So I feel like this book I just talked about, The Secret of the Scarlet Hand, uh, counts as the best sequel that I've read. But hmm, I'll think for a moment. You want to do an escape room? I'll be amazing, useless, or no in between. Someone want to come? Yeah, I've done one escape room before. It was at a convention. Actually, they just converted a like one of the conference rooms into like being an escape room. Like I guess because they have like mobile escape rooms. I guess it was really fun. I wasn't like the most useful, but I was a little useful, and my team that entire weekend had the fastest time, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, so we should do it. I would love to. I heard there's like an escape game, like VR, escape room VR, from Parva. He told me that, so maybe we could do that. Ooh, maybe. I don't know. Escape room Starlight Observatory win. That would be so much fun. Do I have VR? I don't have VR, so that's the issue. I don't know. I wanted to find something like sort of like that, but not like that because I know Anicia wanted to play too. But Anicia can't play games that have like motion in them or too much motion in them because she gets like motion sickness really bad. So I don't know. We'll see. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. I needed to look through my books. Let's see. What other sequels are there? Best sequel. What is this book? Oh, Death by Design. Okay. I didn't really read any, so I guess I don't have any. I am reading, I'll type that in. I'm reading this book. What is it called? Battle? No, it's not called Battle. It's called, it's not this book, but it is this book. Here, I'll go to it. I'm hesitant to get VR because I'm afraid my neck will hurt. Yeah, me too. Me too. So, oh, here, I'll click this button. I'm reading this, no, The Demon Tide, which is technically the fourth book in a series, so I suppose it's a sequel. This is book. It's giving me existential crisis, though. It's not very good. Why is it so big? Why is it so big? Um, Sounds like a Warhammer book title, right? It's I don't have enough time in the day to talk about this entire series, but all I'm gonna say about it is I got up to about page 300 of 700 of the pages, and I had to put it down because the plot was not going anywhere. And I've read all of the other books in the series so far, so I'm very sad to say the least. So I guess I don't have a best um well this year, uh, but I have hope. I have hope. Favorite reread. As for reread, I didn't necessarily reread any books this year, but I suppose, I think that I read the first Nancy Drew book, The Secret of the Old Clock, before I started this journey, so I guess I could say that. The book isn't very good, but, it's also not bad at all. It's very middle. It's middle. I haven't read shit this year. I stopped in the beginning of a book that was supposed to be good. Oh, that's okay. The thing is, I just read a lot, and I know a lot of people don't, and that's totally fine. It's mid, yeah. This particular book. It's not okay. If I it's mid. I know I have to be hip. I have to say that. uh, if I had picked up this book in 1935 or 1930 when it was first published, I think I would have thought it was a really, really cool book. I think it would have been great, and I would have really liked it. But it's 2022, and I'm like an adult, and so it wasn't that great to me. I do love how Nancy is very candid in her brain, and she like hates people. She hates like rich girls simply because they're like stealing from the poor. And I do like that she's like she ditches her friends that she doesn't really like either to go like try to solve the mystery, but it wasn't really the best idea because she gets kidnapped. She's okay in the end, but you know. Yeah, The Secret of the Old Clock is really just we played this one. Did we play this one on stream? No, I didn't play this one on stream because it was too frustrating. Um, gosh, there was a mini golf. There was a mini golf mini game, and it was just the worst. That's real as fuck, though. I know. I do like that Nancy is like she's very cool in this book. However, I don't like how it's written. There's some racist undertones that I guess were okay in 1930, but are definitely not okay anymore. And like one of the first like lines in the book was just like Nancy was asking her father's questions about his lawyer job, which is not something a girl with beautiful red hair would do. And it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? I don't know. It was just insulting a little bit. I don't know. Man, fuck these bitches. I'm gonna solve a mystery. And then bonk, yeah. Red hair. She has like red strawberry blonde hair. Yeah, she's like not actually doesn't actually have red hair, but sometimes they say it's red hair. It's like strawberry blonde. Whatever that is to you. It's like what the Mary Kate and Ashley sisters had before they dyed their hair like super blonde. Whatever color that is. Um the who what the Mary Kate and Ashley sisters. I addressing them like they're like a being. Uh the Olsen twins, yes. Eh. Bro, you're barking up the wrong tree. I know. I know. Here, it's them. This hair color. Whatever that is. Sorry. Anyway, I think that'll suffice for the best reread. Genre you've been loving and reading the most. Well, the genre I've been reading the most is children's cozy mysteries. Obviously, with all of my Nancy Drew books. But the favorite genre, I guess, has been sci-fi fantasy, or like I don't know what this is like fantasy. I guess fantasy? Question mark. That's not at all red strawberry unless we're talking about blonde. I don't know. I just know that's what they described themselves as being. So I assumed it was that color. I just accepted I didn't get it. Well, whatever. It's fine. But yeah, I guess the answer to that mid-year freakout is let me Midyear freak out tag. The next question, yeah, is just genre you've been loving and reading the most. Uh, I guess it's youth cozy mysteries because it's all I got. It's all I got on here. Which is what it is. It's fine. I think I've had a lot of fun playing the video games and then comparing them to the book, but sometime lately, actually, they've been just so not good books. I'm kind of getting an existential crisis from it. Like, I don't know. I think it was good until like this point. These were all pretty okay books. These ones all right here. Yeah, up to here. And then this point, it just got worse and worse and worse. This book is good, actually. This Danger by Design, this one's good. But man, these ones in particular are just so boring or bad. I guess that's that though. Um, most anticipated, blah, blah, blah. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I don't know what books are coming out in the second half of the year. I think actually, the book I want to read. I don't know if it has a cover yet or anything. Yeah, this book by Rose House, which is actually going to be a novella by Arcady Martine. Arcady Martine is my like favorite new author. I think they wrote A Memory Called Empire, which is genuinely my favorite book that I've read in the past like 5 years. This book is seriously so good. I cannot recommend it enough. It's like if you want to get me, if you want to get me, read the book because it's so good. It's like sci-fi. It's kind of like an episode of like the best episode of Star Trek that you could watch. And then the second book, A Desolation Called Peace, is like Star Trek but also Alien. Which is also cool. I don't know. So I guess the new release that I'm looking forward to is her novella, which is about a rose house. I've never seen Star Trek. That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to. I just like sci-fi a lot. That's all. Hi, Anime Veteran. I'm talking about books. And for some reason, you're all listening to me. Thank you. Oh no, I'm going back too far. Okay, this is fine. Wait, what was that series called? A Memory Called Empire. It's also what is the series itself called? I don't know. Take Kalan. Take Kalan. It's there's like a the empire that is they're talking about the Take Kalanli Empire is what do you call it? It's like a Byzantinian Aztec combo of a empire. I guess is how I would put it. There's a lot of gold. There's a lot of I don't know. The book is so funny, I guess, because everybody like values literature so much, like that the particular race, the Tekalon alien race, they look like humans, but I guess they're aliens, because they're not like Earth humans. They all have really funny naming schemes, like 3 seagrass and 9 azalea, because they like to be named after stanzas and poetry and stuff like that. It's so dumb, but I just love it. It's just the kind of thing I like reading about. Oh, I need to read more. I have a few classics under my belt, though. Great! That's awesome! I read 21 books this year, apparently, already, so that's why I'm talking about it. Sci-fi has the weirdest names. I know, but I love it! It's so funny to me. uh... Holy crap, you read a lot. I do. My goal is 30 books this year, but I think it's gonna be more than that. But I've mostly read Nancy Drew books, which are only about 150 to 200 pages each, and they're like big font children's books, so I don't think it's that crazy. But I'll take it. I read a lot. They don't want to accept the reality of planet being called New Bronx. Yeah. Even though it's probably more likely that like a planet will be called like I don't know, New Mexico or something. What's the longest series you'd say I've read? I don't know. Space Jersey. Yeah, we don't want to call things like I don't know I think New Mexico is really funny. New Hampshire. Let's look at my books. Newest Mexico. Yes, newest Mexico. I think the longest series I've read is actually the Nancy Drew series. Actually. I've read the most books in that series. But I'd also say the kids series, the Percy Jackson series, which is also a kids series, is really good. And it's not too long to read because the books are shorter. It's just a good time. I actually find middle grade, like books that are for middle schoolers, are some of the most fun books to read. Speaking of the Pendragon series, I think there's 8 of them. No, how many books in this series are there? It's probably the second most longest one. Oh, the Guardians of the Cthulhu. Oh, what the heck is that? No, go away, stupid ad. Why are there so many ads? How many books are there? This one. There's 10 books in this series. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. So sci-fi gets weird because you just glaze your eyes just glaze over when reading the names, and in fantasy. That's fair enough. I get it. Websites can't be trusted. It's true. You're right. I'm sorry for my mistakes in the world. But yeah, I think this one, which is also sci-fi, I think that's the actual longest series. I only read like 1 or 2 of the Guardians of Gahul books, but I did think they were good. All right, there we go. Okay, we're back to my what I've done. Asian names. Asian names don't bother me, but I've also studied Asian languages for like, oh gosh, 20 years now probably. So I kind of have an okayness with that at least. There's some that I won't know how to pronounce. Like there's some Chinese names or like Vietnamese names that I won't know how to pronounce, but I'll be able to remember them at least. I've seen enough anime. There are only so many Kims and Hansols. I will say that I do sometimes struggle with Korean manhwa because they all have like they tend to have like very similar last names or even first names. Like there's so many protagonists named Jae-hee. How am I supposed to differentiate them? uh, let's see. My biggest disappointment. I can easily give you my biggest disappointment. So you know how I played uh The Curse of the Blackmore Manor, otherwise known as the Lulu game, on stream, and I was like really excited to read the book based off of it because, well, it's the book based off of my favorite uh off of my favorite Nancy Drew game. But this book, it's based off a book called The Bluebeard Room. This book is literally actually it's the second worst. No, it's I don't know if it's the worst Nancy Drew book, but if it's not the worst one, it's the second worst one. Yeah. Wait, what is this? Why are they all the same trips? I've quit light novels over this. Please color code it for my dumb brain. I mean, that'd be actually an intelligent thing for like translators to do. Or like just in general. Like if you can read Korean, just have it like that in general. Like if it's Jaehee 1, Jaehee 2, have them be different colors. One is red, one is blue. Or pink or purple. I don't know. It would help a lot because yeah, I get confused too even. I'm like, what character is that? Like who's Chanhee? Who's Jaehee? Who's I don't know. Can't think of other names right now. The green Jaehee or the purple Jaehee. Purple. Ah, yeah, exactly. You get it, anime veteran. That's how it should be. Back to the prompt. The prompt is biggest disappointment. Yeah. Biggest disappointment is definitely the Bluebeard Room by Nancy Drew. So I looked up the ghost author of this, the person who actually wrote this, because every book is published quotation marks or authored by Carolyn Keene. That's the pen name. But Nancy Drew books there's like 300 of them. They've been written by like a million different, not a million, but you know, hundreds of different people even possibly. Oh gosh, and this dude wrote 2 books. He wrote The Bluebeard Room and he wrote The Phantom Venice, and I had to read both of them because for some reason Her Interactive liked the books or for some reason or the prompts of the books, the premises, I don't know, and decided to make video games based off of them. But this is nothing like the book. Nothing except for character names, but the characters don't have anything to do with anything that happens. Like there's no evil child, there's no conniving tutor, there's no lady that thinks she's turning into a werewolf. I was very disappointed. Nah. This book is literally just about Nancy. She's actually starts the book in New York. And well, the most offensive thing in it is Nancy never calls her father daddy, but for some reason she does in this book. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Nancy? You're not Nancy. You're an imposter. That's horrible. It was just so weird. But Nancy goes to I don't know, like basically a One Direction concert. And then the One Direction, like Harry Styles is there, and he's like, "Wow, Nancy, you're so hot. I hope we get to see each other again. Let's make out." And she's like, "I don't know. I'm like, no, I have a boyfriend. I think maybe." Just gonna let you guys argue about orange, orange, or blood orange in the chat while I continue to talk about the Bluebeard room. And it's making me laugh though. And I don't she gets basically a free ticket to the UK because a family friend is like, my daughter has gotten married to a British man and she's being weird now and I need you to go check up on her, Nancy. Will you do it for me? And, I know you guys are listening. It's just making me laugh in chat. So she goes to the UK, and then Harry Styles basically just follows her around the entire time. He's like, "Oh, Nancy, you're here. I just wanted to be with you this whole time." And it's just and Nancy's like, "I don't think I like you. Can you go?" And at some point Nancy meets a different boy who's completely unrelated. He's just like the newspaper reporter for the small town that Nancy goes to, but she's like, "I like him. He seems like an honest man." And and what's happening at the house is that this lady that's like sleepwalking, I guess she's concerned because there's like basically a Bluebeard room in the castle, like she's not allowed to go into it, and the husband is like, "Don't ever go into it. You can't go in there. It's too precious. You've no reason to know about it. Get up, blah blah blah. I'm a man." And she's just like really concerned, and she's getting sicker and sicker. There's like this older lady that's like giving her potions and tonics that are supposed to help her, but obviously it's not, because I don't know. It's just nothing happens, and then all of a sudden everything happens at the end because it's mostly just Nancy being like, "Why is Harry Styles following me all throughout the British countryside?" And then the reporter guy being like, "Wow, Nancy, you don't even like me. You just like Harry Styles." And Nancy's like, I technically have a boyfriend, but I kind of want to make out with both of you. Ha 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 ha. It's really bad. But in the end, it involves Nancy scuba diving. She scuba dives down the country seaside. She finds a secret entrance to the castle she was staying at, and then she finds like a criminal ring, like a criminal art theft ring, like their den, and they were stealing stuff from the castle, and that was the entire thing. That was it. And the two boys had nothing to do with anything. They just went and saved Nancy in the end, which sucks because like most of the time Nancy saves herself, but not this time. This time, two boys have to save her, and she's just like, "Haha, I'm leaving you now because I'm going to Italy. Bye." And I don't know. Nancy just makes out with boys, I guess. It was just a bad book. So bad. Terrible. Where was the Lulu? There was no Lulu! There was no Lulu in the book! And she doesn't even get her hair. She doesn't even get her head hit or anything like that. I hate it. I hate it. Anyway, I'm gonna read chat. We're talking about Orange Jaehee and Blood Orange Jaehee. Do all the hard work, Nancy? She doesn't. In this book, it's weird. He's definitely acting sus. The UK? Kidding. It's all good. So we go into the room, right? Yeah, so I guess the secret art theft ring room was the Bluebeard room, and all the stolen art was in there. I guess. That was the mystery. I think. I'm going to have you dub obnoxious girls in stories I narrate. You're very good at it. Thanks! I'll do it. If you want me to dub anything, any of you, I'll do it. You just have to, like, give me a script. Wow, shocker. I know, it was a very shocking story, it's your best. It's just so crazy. Somehow the husband had nothing to do with the art theft ring. He just was like also not going into the Bluebeard room because he assumed it was off limits to him too. It's just nothing made sense. It was just bad. Just bad. We thought it was a good idea to name it the Bluebeard room. It's based off of that the myth story, right? The myth where like a king like a girl marries a king and he tells her you have free reign of the castle but you can't go into this room. And it's like King Bluebeard or whatever. And she goes into the room and something bad happens to her. I don't remember the whole story. It's something like that. It's a really old myth that's been told over like multiple different like cultures. Something like that. Like there's variations that are the same thing. Yeah. I forgot the name of my oh gosh. Water in my throat. I forgot the name of my EPUB editor and I don't know what to do. Oh no! Uh-oh. That's like sad. Actually sad. I'm sorry. The story of Bluebeard is a guy who kills his wife one after another. Oh, it's that one. Yeah, because if they go into the room, they get killed. That's what it is. That's where it is. Yeah. But I think they were trying to relate it to like fairies or something like that, but it just wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't. The biggest surprise in reading this year. I did read two novellas on the side because they were short and I knew I could like finish them. Never mind, I found it. It popped up when I searched for edito and not editor. That's funny. uh, hold on, look at me for a second there. All right, we're back. What am I gonna do? Oh, the biggest surprise. Well, the biggest surprise, one of them was that the Bluebeard room was nothing like Curse of Blackmore Manor. There was no Lulu. There was no cake. There was no like actual spooky castle. It was just crumbling apart and boring castle. Oh, because Windows is dumb. It happens. I feel that. I get so frustrated sometimes. I think the biggest surprise. I don't know. Maybe. Which one is it? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Let's consult the Nancy Drew fact sheet. Which books did I like? Let's see. Not very many of them. I liked this book, which is Secret of the Scarlet Hand, of course. Do I have any that are 4 stars? Yeah, this one's a 4-star. Death by Design. Oh! Oh! That one was the most surprising one, because Nancy almost dies in it, like, for realsies! Okay, we can talk about that one. This is... his name was freaking Lee. That's silly. Death by Design, hold on. Let me, just look at my face twice. Let me find the cover. Maybe I don't have to. So this one is based off of Danger by Design, the game. Well, it's this book inspired the Nancy Drew game Danger by Design. I guess they didn't want to call it Death by Design because it might be too scary for kids. I don't know. Images. It doesn't have, well... I don't know. I'll just leave all this up because, like, whatever, it's funny. all of these pictures up are funny. Yeah, this is the book, but, like, the actual game, like, art was, like, weird. Had, like, a creepy mask. Anyway. I don't think I can give it a color in EPUB. I might need a certain age rating because of the word death alone. I know, right? Yeah, I think that's why. So they just call it Danger by Design. Anyway, Danger by Design, Nancy goes to Chicago because it is the up-and-coming fashion capital, apparently, in the Nancy Drew universe. And it's also not too far from River Heights, her hometown, which I've assumed is either in Ohio or Illinois. I've just assumed that based off of the books that I've read, but who knows? It's somewhere in the Midwest. Midwest United States. So she goes there because one of the designers is receiving death threats, and she doesn't understand why. But Nancy gets there, and the designer is very rude, and she has like a little sister as her main assistant, and she just like is mean to her, I guess. But Nancy Drew gets told to put on like a one of the outfits, and so she puts on one of the outfits. It has like a brooch, and she puts on the brooch, but she pricks her finger on it, and then she like shortly after she goes to like a restaurant wearing the brooch, and she passes out in the restaurant. Nancy Drew's like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Why am I sick? So she goes to the hospital, and they tell her that she has been poisoned, I guess. The pin had poison on it, and Nancy has been poisoned. But that poison was meant for the fashion designer. So no, now Nancy is running on the clock because she might die because the doctors can't find out. They're like, I don't know. This is such a rare poison. It'll take us a while to find the antitoxin. You need to stay at the hospital. And she's like, no, I have to find who the culprit is. And so she's like passing out like constantly in the story. Bess is like her friend is doing most of the sleuthing. Ned comes and Nancy like cries because she thinks she's gonna die. She almost falls out of like a 12-story building because she like, you know, she's passing out all the time because she's poisoned. And honestly, it was really fun. It's not a good book. It's not a good book, but it was at least fun to read, unlike most of these. So. Oh, she didn't just straight up die from the poison? That's lucky. Yeah. Oh, that was actually one of the plot points. Because her finger was pricked by it, she was having a slower reaction to it. If she had ingested it, and trigger warning, dog death, the fashion designer's dog ate some of the poison and basically immediately died. It's very sad. I was so sad. I was like, no, don't kill the dog. But they did it. Ah, it's you. It shut down the tab. Hold on. Why did it shut down the tab? Oh, because I hit that button. My bad. Hold on. I just gotta get back to it. But yeah, I think that was the most surprising because I wasn't expecting Nancy to just be straight up poisoned. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Next on the tag list is favorite new author, debut or new to you. Well, I've mostly read Carolyn Keene this year. But I will say, I know I talked about it already, but Xiran Jie Zhao is definitely my favorite author this year. She wrote both Iron Widow and Zachary Ying and the Dragon Emperor. She makes really punchy, fun statements with her writing. It's fun. It also has, like, it does seem to kind of have, like, she really wants to have, like, representation of all Chinese people in her stories, and I think that's really nice. I wasn't expecting Zachary Zing to be Muslim, but he is, and it doesn't get in the way of the story at all. It's just a fun thing, and I will say Zachary Zing kind of feels like a Chinese history lesson, but it's for kids. It's supposed to be that way, so that's fine. I guess I wasn't expecting to like her writing as much as I did. She's a very good younger kid author, and I think that's probably my favorite new author. She's definitely that. Actually, I'm sorry. I think they use they them pronouns. I just forgot until this moment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll do that from now on. They are also they have like YouTube videos on Chinese history. I actually recommend them. They're fun. It's under the same name. Their YouTube channel is. But yeah. Thanks for the hydrate. Oh, you got the colors to work. Nice, your best. Rolling poorly on those con saves. She really did. Well, she did, but she was okay still. She was just rolling really bad because, you know, you have to take disadvantage if you are poisoned. Okay. The next one is, oh, newest favorite character. Should it be Nancy? Ah, touche still though. No, you made a good point. Because it's still, you still have to take the disadvantage on the con saves. Right? I think so. Since the start of her new turn, then she can like try to get out of it. She failed like all of the get unpoisoned rolls. She isn't very new though. She isn't a new character, it's true. Nancy isn't always my favorite character either, because sometimes they write her and she's just really annoying. So I'm gonna say we're just gonna go back to Iron Widow. It's this lady, Wu Zetian. She is my favorite. She kills a man who killed her sister, and she does it with her brain. This is like in the first like 40 pages of the book too. I don't really think it's a spoiler. But she's awesome. She's cool. She's fighting the man. She does a lot of crazy stuff at the end of the book, which I think a lot of people would say would make her a villain, and I just think she's girl bossing her way to the top. I really loved her. I like unhinged heroes that are definitely becoming anti-heroes, and she'll probably have to have like a redemption arc in the second or third book, but you know, at least she's interesting. I'm so used to reading young adult novels and the character is just like a Katniss carbon copy, and it's like they're just pissy and don't want to talk. She's angry, but she will talk, and she's angry for like good reasons too. But yeah, I don't think you can roll disadvantage on recurring con saves, only ability checks or something. Oh, yeah, ability checks and attack rolls. Yeah. She like psychic lances the jerk. Yeah, basically. Because how it works, because you know how butt robots work and how they're like connected. I'm talking about Darling in the Franxx. This book is based on Darling in the Franxx. For those that didn't hear it. Like she took the plot of Darling in the Franxx and made it good. They're like connected mentally and they like share a mental space when they're in the robot. So she just kind of like kills him in her brain. And then he dies in real life. When you die in the dreams, you die in real life, I guess. If you're connected to a super crazy robot. Duh, yeah. We know how butt robots work. This is what that anime is based on? Yeah. Yeah, I really actually recommend Iron Widow. It's a really fun read. The shared mental space actually sounds like, oh, you're right. It's a little bit Pacific Rim too. She does take a little bit from Pacific Rim. You're right. Duh, dumb slug? No, what? I don't know. The book was based on Darling in the Franxx. Yes, that's what it is. I'm gonna say it wrong the entire time. I'm sorry. Not Franxx on this. Yeah, Darling in the Franxx is what Iron Widow is based on. I think I said it correctly. I hate saying those phrases or those types of things like this is based off of this because I always get it messed up. But robots inspired Iron Widow. There. I said it correctly that time. I think I'll just say Uzetian for that though. Books that made me cry. I don't think any books made me cry this year. Did any books make me cry this year? No. I don't know, I don't cry a lot though. I actually tend to cry more for like happy things than sad things. Like something will be like, wow, that's so wonderful, and I'll cry more than if something is sad, but I haven't really been hit in that way. Either way. The Frogs is actually the first piece of written literature, and everything ever is just based on butt robots. Yeah. You heard it here. It's the truth. We thought it was like, I don't know what, Tale of Genji, or I don't even know what the first actual book is. But no, it's not. Everything has been based on butt robots. In the beginning, they were butt robots. Yes. I don't know, I don't think I have any books that made me cry. I think maybe, a couple of these made me want to cry from boredom. Like this one, The Dance Drew and the Hardy Boys Super Mystery Train, which was based on, or no, which inspired the video game Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, which we did play on stream. Gosh, it's like this one should have been interesting because they were like running on top of trains and oh no, high speed races. But then it was just like the same train gimmick over and over again. Like, oh no, the train's gonna crash. Oh no, the train's gonna crash again. Oh no, Joe is kidnapped. Oh, because Frank and Joe Hardy are in this one because Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. It's boring. I didn't like it. Yeah, go back. Okay. A book that made me happy. A book that made me happy. Joe Hardy. Joe and Frank Hardy is what I meant. They were in other games that, you know, I played. Two of them. I don't think they make another appearance. I think they're only in two Nancy Drew video games, and that's it. Book that made me happy. Well, these two did, but I don't want to just keep going back to the two books I read that were Nancy Drew. Cover Me with Apples and The Empress of Sultan Fortune were the two novellas that I have read this year. Neither of them made me super happy, though. They were just, like, okay. Maybe... I don't know. I don't know. Which one made me happy? I don't think any of them did. Well, actually, I think that The Mystery of the Lilac Hen did make me happy because I was worried that I was going to hate this book. And I didn't. So, I think I'll just say this one. This is the fourth ever Nancy Drew mystery that has been written. So it came out in like 1932 or something like that. I thought this book was going to be really boring because Secret of the Old Clock, which is the first Nancy Drew novel ever, and was not exciting at all. But this one is cool because Nancy, well, one is trying to figure out who is sabotaging the Lilac Inn, but also she has like really dangerous ideas that pay off. Like she tries to disguise herself as the person that she knows is like messing around at the Lilac Inn. Like she disguises herself as them, and she almost gets like killed by it. She doesn't though. She also goes scuba diving on her own to try to find like clues for some reason in the lake. She doesn't find anything, but she almost gets like stabbed by someone who happened to be in the water at the same time. She has radical political beliefs in this book. No, not like that. She just does a lot of stuff alone when maybe a 16-year-old shouldn't do that, you know? She does get kidnapped at one point at the very end of the book because she figures out like that it's just some people that want insurance money. They want to burn down the Lilac Inn to get the insurance money off of it. They kidnap her, throw her on a boat, and then set the boat on fire. So Nancy almost dies on a burning boat, but she told her dad where she was going to be, and so she ends up getting saved at the last minute. So I don't know. It was actually kind of fun. It's a little long for a Nancy Drew book. It was like 250 pages, but overall pretty okay for a Nancy Drew mystery story from the 1930s. I'll say that made me happy because I was expecting to hate it the whole way through, and I didn't. I think that's probably like my third favorite. Most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received? Well, I haven't really bought too many books. I think the only book I bought or received is Zachary Ying and the Dragon Emperor, so I'm gonna say this one. Look at this cool high def cover. I'm sorry, what? I don't know how's it going. People buy books? I do buy books sometimes. I have to really want it though. This is such a cool cover. It's like huge though. Why are you so big? Yeah, I think this takes the cake although it's the only book that I physically have received this year. I usually go to the library. I usually library them. I bought a couple books recently, very good purchases. Yeah, books are great. They're great, you know, gifts, I think, if like somebody actually wants it. And they can also be like, I don't know. I think they're nice. But I tend to, because I read so many, like I would have like way too many books in my own library. So I just go to the library and I rent them, or I get them off of the e-library. I walked in on 16-year-old does things she's not supposed to and gets kidnapped. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens in most Nancy Drew books. The Nancy special. Back to 100%. Yeah, she in the Mystery of the Lilac Inn. Nancy gets she she goes like scuba diving all by herself with her own equipment, and they call it skin diving, I guess, because it's written in 1930. Um, and she gets like almost stabbed with a spear and then kidnapped and put on a boat, and the boat is set on fire. But she doesn't die, so that's good. If Loki asking us to buy books for her. No, you don't need to buy books for me. Book throne equivalent. I don't have like books on like my throne or anything like that either, so I wouldn't know what to ask for. Hmm. Ah, I bought in 2020 because there wasn't anything else to do. I bought some of my favorite books though, just to have them. So I bought Parable of the Sower, which is an amazing book, and I bought what else did I don't remember. I know I bought that one though. I'll say that one. It's a great book. But I didn't read it this year, so we're not talking about it. What books do you need to read by the end of this year? Oh my god, no! All of these ones. Well, all of these ones. No. How many books is that? 15 more books. I have to read 15 more books. So that's not even true. It's actually more than that. It's this one has 2 books, so it's actually 16 more books. Oh no, it's 17 because it's 2 books too. 17 more books. Nancy Drew books. And the thing is, I'm actually starting to read other books on the side because like I'm like I can't just read Nancy Drew. I'm going insane. Yeah, she died. It would be a very short series. It's true. So I am actually reading right now I am reading the book. Whoa, no, no, stop. I'm clicking things I'm not. Hold on. Look at me. uh, Uncommon. Yeah, Light from Uncommon Stars. Yeah, by Rika Aoki or Rika Aoki. I'm not exactly sure how to say her name. I don't see One Piece on there. I could read One Piece. I could. I don't read a ton of manga anymore, though. I could, though. That'd be fun to do, like, I don't know, as like a bedtime story. Yeah, where's the piece at? You guys. I'm currently reading Light from Uncommon Stars alongside the Nancy Drew book, The Bike Tour Mystery, because that's the one that's based off of or that this is the one that inspired The Haunting of Castle Malloy. Yeah. Um, just read it, it's small, and catch up, then it's hype. One Piece is small? How many chapters is there? Oh gosh. But yeah, Light from Uncommon Stars has been a great book so far. I'm only about 100 pages in, but it's basically like a woman who gave her soul to the devil to make better violinists happen, basically train violinists, and a alien that's hiding from the Galactic Federation become mothers for a trans girl, and it's been just a really nice story. So far. I really like this book so far. It's like nice. Nice things are happening in this book. It's not Nancy Drew boringness. Ugh. It's devil people who sold their soul to the devil and an alien are probably falling in love and taking a child. It's great. Anyway. Anyway. I've been looking for someone to read One Piece and then talk about the reactions. Superbass and Animevet are totally right though. Hold on, let me go up. I will say reading One Piece will go faster than watching. If I do want to consume One Piece, it's definitely gonna be reading it. For sure. I'm sorry, I'm caught up with the anime. Oh gosh. Hard to shotgun 1,000 episodes. Oh, it's so true. Ooh, that one sounds really nice. I can't like so far it's been great. I'm only 100 pages into it, so it could be bad. I will report back. I guess there's like 100 pages for it to go south, but I don't think it's going to. It's written in like kind of like that fun Douglas Adams like snippy, fast dialogue style that keeps you wanting to read it. So it's been good. Trips One Piece talk streams win. You'll read an arc and then you'll talk. I could. I do love reading. But seriously, how many chapters of One Piece are there? I'm genuinely asking because I'm totally down to read it. That's like a lot. Do you think a bad ending can ruin a book? Sometimes, but oh, 1,000 oh, that's what that number was. 1,054. Okay, thank you, Superbass. Thank you for saying it again. Do you think a bad ending can ruin a book? It can, but it won't always. If the book has a really, really sour um ending, it can kind of sour your entire impression of the book. But if the rest of the book is really, really good, it can it can be fine anyway. It just depends. It's a case by case scenario, in my opinion. Ayo, talk stream collab. Yeah, we could totally do that. And then yeah, we could talk about it because I know you know everything. Ah, uh, gosh, depends on how bad. Yeah, it depends on how bad the ending was. Yeah. Or like how much it changes what you had expected from the characters. I mean, and subverting expectations can be a good thing, but there are sometimes I think authors or like movies, shows, they will end in ways that like don't have any lead up to it, and that can really is not a good thing, I think. Yeah. But we'll see. I am interested. I do love the art of the One Piece art. I love it. I think the art style's great. Sometimes I will sing the Four Kids opening because I think it's a funny song. So it's something I could do. Um, if someone in my Discord, if someone that is in my Discord, or you can DM me on Twitter, could tell me like when the arcs are, I think that would help me because then I'll know when to be like, Toto, we need to talk. Or like what chapter the arc chunks are in. Because if it's really obvious, it's really obvious. Because some manga makes it really obvious, but not everything does. So no, I could definitely read 1,000 chapters. It's gonna take me a long time, but I definitely could get started. Since I tend to read a couple chapters of manhwa anyway for like the before I go to bed. So why not? There's websites that will break it down for you. I'm sure someone here will be able to provide. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I know I could just look it up, but if there's people that know everything about One Piece anyway, I feel like you guys could find it faster for me. It's fairly obvious most of the time. Okay, okay. That's fine. The wiki has easy arc access. Okay, cool. I can do that then. Sounds like a plan. Oh no, I'm scared. I have a few more questions to go. What books do you need? Oh yeah, it's just all these books. These are what I need to read. And then I also want to read, I want to finish A Light from Uncommon Stars. I also want to read, if I go to my books, and if I go to want to read, it'll show them. I really want to read, oh, we're going on like, I have like books that I don't want to read anymore and I want to read. Don't worry about it. I really want to read A Master of Gene by, Jelly P. Clark. I really want to, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I'm very sorry. And I want to read She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. Uh, this one is like a Mulan retelling, and this one is just it's about genies, and I want to read a book about genies. um, so yeah, it looks cool. Uh, so yeah. uh, you should also rec me some books because I need to do more traditional reading. Well, what kind of books do you like to read? Like, what genres do you prefer, or what kind of things do you like to read about? Because I read a lot of books, and I don't want to just be like a Nancy Drew book because I'm not going to do that. Because even though that's all I've read this year, I don't recommend it. Don't be me. Uh, like they did just have to sail somewhere, and then they have to leave, so it'll be fairly clear. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Fantasy and sci-fi? Okay. Cool. I can do that. So I actually recommended this earlier in stream, but I'm about to plug it again because it's my favorite book. I think everyone on this no. I really like this book. I'm typing it in all caps and in weird things. A Memory Called Empire, Take Kalan, number one. This book genuinely was my favorite book that I read when like the year it came out. Um, it's about um, it's about a girl named Mahit. Well, I guess she's LGBT themes are very strong in here, so she may be a girl right now, but at the beginning, but anyway. um, Mahi comes from a station colony, so they like basically live on this whole like race of people just live on like a satellite colony right now, and she is an ambassador for the Empire. The thing with her though is that she comes from her race of people on the satellite have like little chips that they embed in their like brainy spine thing. So the person who was her predecessor has all their memories downloaded onto the chip, and they become like a little voice in her mind, or anybody that's part of the satellite community, or I guess race. They like have a little like chip in their brain of their predecessors, brainstem. Yeah, that works. And they will talk to them and help them out to like get more comfortable with their like whatever their role is or whatever they're going to have as their job. And her job is to go be the ambassador for the Empire, which like basically is like they're colonizers. They like own the satellite. They have like territory in that area. You know what I mean? They're colonizers. So she is called suddenly to be the new ambassador because the previous ambassador died, and she actually has a chip that's like older in her spine place, so she can go do the ambassadorship things and to also go confirm that the ambassador had died. And then she arrives at the planet. The planet is amazing. It's like very Byzantinian and Aztec-y. And she arrives to confirm that the body that died was like her previous like ancestor for the job. And the little chip shorts in her brain, and she doesn't have like him talking to her anymore. And it's very basically it turns into a murder mystery with lots of sci-fi elements, and it's really cool. There's a lot of it's such good world building. It has really good world building. Um, all the characters have really silly names. Personally, if you read this book, like it's everything I'm about. It has a lot to do with really good world building. Has a lot of things to do with good like language. Like so much is just them talking about how language works in both of their cultures, and I don't know, I love language, so that's like my thing. There's also this book, A Memory Called Empire, has very light LGBT themes. The sequel, A Desolation Called Peace, has much more like apparent LGBT themes. I've read Dune. I'm okay with silly names. The one of the main characters is named Three Seagrass, so that's the kind of thing you're gonna be dealing with. If you can handle Dune, you can handle a lot. It's very true. Yeah, and A Desolation Called Peace is like extra cool because it packs on everything I just said, and then also tags on like a first contact, like alien type of story to it. I love it. There's only 2 books in the series right now, and she said she's not going to write more books for a while, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that there will be more within this world because it's such a cool world, and she's done such good world building for it. All right, I plugged my favorite book. The audiobook for Dune really helps. Yeah, I read okay, I had to read Dune for college. But I couldn't like read Dune. I didn't have enough physical time in my life to read it, so I just listened to it on audiobook, and it helped a lot. I know, Super Bass, I was getting really into talking about the book, but I know you asked about how much do I know about One Piece. I know. Okay, so I've watched like the first 20 episodes of the anime, and that's it. That's how much I know. Basically. And I watched them like a decade ago, so my knowledge is kind of waning. But if I see any of the characters, I know their names. Like any of the main crew, I know the characters' names, and that's like it. I especially know it because when I lived in Hawaii, there are little like carousels that you can get on that go from like the big outdoor mall to like all the hotels in Honolulu in Waikiki. and they all have One Piece characters on them. So I was like, oh, it's Nami. Oh, it's Sanji. So that's how I kind of remembered them. It's funny. Characters from One Piece. Yeah. Who's my favorite? Yo, One Piece. It's like, yeah, it wasn't a carousel, but they looked like trolley cars, I guess, that can be on carousels. Yeah. Who's my favorite without knowing anything? Zoro? I don't know. He looks the coolest. I like it when they draw Nami with a waist. But like, I don't know. Should say thus far because more have to appear. Hell yeah, let's go! We stand Zoro here. I really like Nami's character design, but they don't always draw her with her waist. I think Robin looks cool too. That's her name, right? The other one who is like female looking. At least female presenting looking. I don't know. You are super right though. Nico Robin, yeah. Your personal fave. Yeah, I think they both look really cool. Yeah, but Zoro's always looked the coolest to me. What else do I have? Favorite video or post I've done so far this year? Well, I've just done dreams. So, I guess I'm gonna be. I wanted to make a video talking about all the Nancy Drew books, and I still am going to, but it hasn't been made yet because I haven't read all the Nancy Drew books I need to read. I did make one video about the visual novel Dairoku Ayakashi Mori, which I don't necessarily recommend unless you're really into like otome visual novels. But I did make that, so I guess that's my favorite. uh, she's such a badass. But Zoro just stirs my sword's emotions. Your sword emotions. Thanks for the alert, Chaos. I don't know. I'm not anywhere. I don't know much of things. One time my friend described to me what was going on in what was going on currently. Actually, no. I think in 2020, yeah, because we were all stuck at home. I was like, what's going on with One Piece? And I watched one episode and I had no idea what was happening. I couldn't even tell you what was going on. There were a bunch of characters that I had never seen before arguing, and Nami was like there. And that's what I remember. I had no idea what was going on. I'm all caught up, getting hyped. Wow, there's so many of you that are totally caught up with One Piece here. I guess I'm really gonna do with that. I only have one question left, which is favorite book community members, which I don't really know. I don't know. The thing is, I know that Radioactive Vivi, she reads books, and I know there are other people that read books in the VTuber community, but we're all on our own little island yet, and we need to make a book club. That's my dream right now. But I don't know what books to read as VTubers. I guess sci-fi fantasy is probably what we would read. Or maybe we'll just read One Piece. Or maybe manga is a good choice too. I don't know though. Uh, Trying to remember more. I want to try to guess the arc. I'm up to date with the manga. I know Robin saved Sanji, but did she have her fight yet after that? I don't know. I don't know. I'd love to be part of the Trips book club. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe. Let me turn off the presentation for a little bit. I don't know. No spoilers. Yeah, the thing is, these are very out of context for me, so I don't even know. I'll probably forget them. Yes, book club. Yeah, I kind of want to do that. I know, the cool radioactive VTuber, Vivi. She, talked about having one, but then nothing came of it. I was like, no! So, I wanted to join that one, so maybe I just have to do it myself, I guess. um, yeah, I'm into that idea, actually. I'm gonna move over here. I can be big again. Whoop! How long have I been going? An hour and a half. Wow! Be the change you want to see in the world. Yeah! Yeah, definitely. I know it's kind of like if I want or what is I've seen a lot on like Twitter like I want to read this fan fiction but I can't find it so I guess I have to write it myself. I guess I want to start a book club and I can't find it so I have to start it myself. Joining a sluggy book club would totally push me to read. Really? That's exciting for me. I really am excited about this, at least in concept. I'm gonna have to think of like what would be a good book to read because one, I want to have it be easily accessible. Um, so like I don't want wouldn't want to read something that's like super new because you wouldn't be able to find it at a like a not bookstore. You'd probably be able to find it at a bookstore library. I have to think of that. Uh, I'm gonna do a think on it and then we can decide. I also don't want it to be too long of books or anything like that because I know like there's some like I'll read like 1,000-page books, like I have no issue with that, but um, it'll take me a long time, but I'll do it. But I wouldn't want to do that for a book club because like you'd only have like a month to read it, you know. So I'll have to think on it. I could also probably consult my sister because she like knows books more than I do. Even and I like am an enthusiast. She's more of one, even more than me. I'm like impressed by the amount of books that she'll have from the library. I'll be like 30 books. And I like limit myself. I only take one or two out at once because I know that I will just they'll just go like I won't read them and I'll just have to return them and then I'm just like preventing someone from reading the book. uh, Man, that's so good. That makes me excited. I'm actually happy with this though. I was gonna talk about the Even If Tempest, the visual novel I played recently that surprised me in being a horror game and scared me a lot. But I got through it. Ugh. But I kind of like I don't know. I feel like that's like for another time. Because visual novels and novels are both reading, but it's different kinds of reading. And I felt good talking about books. And I don't want to talk about that. I feel like me talking about Even If Tempest will be negative, so I kind of don't want to do it today. uh, but yeah, as I just really want to talk about Nancy Drew because she's kind of making me go crazy. She really made me go crazy with the exploding water. Like, oh no, the water explodes because it touched cesium, but why is cesium just out in the open in the Nancy Drew world? Toto, it's a lot. If you're still listening, I was talking to like the Dr. Cave after that, and they were like, "What's happening? How did you explode water? Did it mix with pure salt or sodium? Sorry, not salt, sodium." And the answer was yes and no. I don't know. It's weird. It's cursed. It was very cursed. So I guess I wasn't expecting to have yeah, IDK of cesium is that reactive. I don't know. It was just there, which was weird. I was making rocket fuel, I guess, in Ireland. Yeah. I'll read a memory called Empire if you'll read One Piece. Okay. Sounds like a plan. There were other things too. I have it all written down. I don't know where it is. Never mind. Oh wait, there's my Nancy Drew notebook. Because they had to like be sorted, so it was like phosphorus, sodium, potassium, aluminum, and hydrogen all had to go into one thing, and it was just like they kept exploding. They just kept exploding. Anyway, pure salt is fine. Yeah. Pure salt is fine. It's like sodium. Yeah, it's pure sodium. Yeah. Would you read One Piece manga just online somewhere? I probably will. Although I saw that my library has a lot of it, so I could go pick up the books. Um, yeah. You can get One Piece legally for like $2 a month on Fizz. Sounds like a plan. Thank you for that. I will likely. That's likely what I will do. Yeah. Yeah. Because there's also partly colored version too somewhere online. Interesting. I mean, it can be fully partly colored or not. It's not really gonna. It's all good for me. Either way. Business reader sucks. I don't know. I could try it. I don't know. I've heard that from a bunch of readers that like don't bother me though. I don't know. uh, I saw they got all of Spy Family at my library too. I was like, oh, interesting. Which I know I can read online, but since it's like right there, might as well grab it. Biz Reader does suck. Oh, okay, so it does suck. Well, I mean, I'll try it out anyway. Actually, hold on. Color helps with some readability in manga. Yeah, I guess you're right. It can help. Read Sakamoto Days too. How many manga do you want me to read? I'm also reading the end of Kaguya-sama, which actually only has 14 chapters left, which is crazy to me. I've been reading it for like 4 years now. But I guess once Kaguya is done, then I'll have room to read something else weekly. But I think if I'm gonna read One Piece, I'm gonna like go at it. So read all the big three plus JoJo, and I'll be satisfied. Wait, what do you mean? Do I have to read Naruto? I don't want to read Naruto. I'll read as much One Piece as you want. Please don't make me read Naruto. I have read the first arc of JoJo though, as a manga, so there's that. Also, sites that have their huge ass top on their page coming down when you scroll up a bit are also bad. You can skip JoJo. I mean, I already read the first arc. So I guess it's already done. How dare? I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's kind of like a lot for people. Like, I was reading it with people who didn't really read manga, so they didn't really enjoy it. But you know, it's fine. There's vampires in it, so you know. I dealt with it. No, it's totally fine. JoJo Part 1 is very different from the other parts. I do know that part. I do know that much. I just, you know, haven't read past it. I haven't read any Naruto though. I just don't want to. What is the big three though now? Is it Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach? I don't know what the other one is. I've read a lot of Bleach. I was very into Bleach, but then I didn't. I just it is Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. Okay, okay, okay. I did read a ton of Bleach. I just kind of fell off of it. I got busy. I got busy, and then I just wasn't interested in it anymore. My life changed. But I mean, there's that new season coming out. The end of it is coming out. Bleach is good until Aizen. I know. That's kind of what it is. Yeah, I stopped reading it because after the Soul Society arc, I was like, are they just doing the same arc again? I don't know. It felt like they were just doing the same arc but with Orihime, and I just didn't care for it as much. And I stopped liking Ichigo as much, and I don't know. And yeah, Aizen kind of makes it bad. Aizen is annoying because I like their design, but they're just so bad. Why are you like that, Aizen? Dang it, I'm hyped for the last arc coming to Anime Family. No, it's good to be hyped for that. I'm glad people are hyped for it. They should be. When I heard the music, the "Now you feel like number one," it like brought back every memory ever of like my childhood. It was so strange. Gosh, the Bleach soundtrack still instills hype into me. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. It's so good. But I don't know. I really fell off. I would just like listen to the openings and endings, and like not gonna lie. And then like the insert music, I guess. And I wouldn't actually watch the TV show. Can you do that again though? The music. It's the hold on. It's the song. The Ichigo's theme. The "Now you feel like number one, shining bright for everyone, living out your fantasy, the brightest star of the sea." It's that one. Hello, hello, Silver Golden Flame. How's it going? Oh, the Bleach OST on the precipice of defeat is good. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's pretty good. It's really nice. I don't know. It's good hype music. I'm so glad I tuned in today. No, no. I'm giving you a preview of my cursed karaoke roulette stream that I'm planning to do at some point in the near future. uh, I need to get like people like viewer input though. You know. I have a bunch of songs. Some of them are curse and some of them are like normal good songs. And that's like the roulette. Like, do I get a curse song to sing or a normal good song to sing? uh, the arc with the mask dudes was too good for the soundtrack because it's getting interesting. Hey, you sang one of the most nostalgic songs to me as a fan. That's awesome. I did it in a very silly way. I hope that's alright. uh. Man. Well, I'm happy because I got to talk about books tonight. So that really helped me feel like better about my life. Because that in general just makes me happy. Not that anything is bad. I'm doing just great. It's just, after you try to bake two cakes and they both collapse, I felt a little bit down. And then, like, I couldn't, like, do I don't know, I felt like everything else I tried to do that day just failed, and then I was like, I'm a failure, even though it was like just one day. uh, the RN card, the underrated villains. Yeah, yeah, they're interesting. The current big three is My Hero, but less now. I do watch My Hero. I feel like I've never had a comfort show for me because I feel like My Hero is not that good. Like, it's like better than mid, I guess, as the hip kids say, but I don't think it's that awesome either. It's like, I guess it is kind of mid. I don't know. But it's kind of like a comfort show. I don't know, for me. I don't know. It really went downhill. Uh, it's good, but not great. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't read the manga, so we'll see if next season is the season that I end up stopping. It's standard and that's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Demon Slayer was, yeah, for a bit, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen, I think, is closest to Bleach. Yeah, I think so too. I watched a few episodes. I have seen like the first 2 or 3 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen. Just because I wanted to check it out, and I was like, this is way more my style. It's more like Bleach because I really like Bleach. Yeah. So I think I actually might watch Jujutsu Kaisen or read it. We'll see. Demon Slayer, I didn't really like that much. I've watched the first few episodes of that too, and I just wasn't as into it. I get the hype. I totally get it because that's like the theming and like everything that goes on is something that people really like. But I don't know. I just wasn't into it. Chainsaw Man was really big too. Yeah, I have been told to read that a bunch. Yeah, Demon Slayer is good but not great. Yeah. Excited for Chainsaw Man's anime adaptation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was told to read it. I think Chaos told me to read it. I know they're lurking. I don't even know if they're here. We'll see. But yeah, it's something. I don't know. I just never got to it, and then I just kept being shown. What's the? I almost said Puccina. That's a Pokemon. What's the like the chainsaw little puppy, Pupperino? I was like, I don't know. I couldn't handle that. I was like, that's too much. I can't read this. Why does it have a chainsaw head? uh, okay, though, I guess I'm gonna read One Piece. I don't know where I'm gonna read One Piece. Oh, man. Not a manga, but wasn't Solo Leveling? Yeah, Solo Leveling is getting an anime adaptation. When I type in One Piece, I get a site for Kigurumi, which isn't what I wanted. Why did I only type in One Piece? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Solo Leveling is getting an anime, which is exciting. Actually, speaking of, is there any summer anime that you are looking forward to? Because I'm not that excited about the lineup. I'm excited about the fall lineup. There's a lot of shows I want to watch, like Marimashita Irumakun. I love Marimashita Irumakun. That's probably my favorite ongoing series right now. I just love it so much. It's so much fun and it has so much heart. Um, there's like, oh, the second season of The Devil is a Part-Timer is happening this summer, And that's the only thing I'm interested in. I don't know. There's a lot of sequels of shows I haven't watched. Do I read or watch it? I've seen the whole all of the anime that's been made, and I've read up to like chapter like 50 in the manga. Like not that far. Um I want to get caught up with the manga, but if I have to read One Piece, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be reading One Piece. uh, Gosh, it gets so good. I imagine it is. I love Asmodeus and Clara, Clara. I don't know, and I just yeah, it's so good. Read, read, read. You want me to read One Piece, don't you? Take your pick. uh, Summer lineup. Let's see. Yeah, I just don't. There's not a lot going. Usually, there's like some like idol show, like idol anime that I'll watch, and it'll be fun for me. But I vote One Piece. Okay. I feel like the consensus is One Piece without me even having like a vote. There's like the girlfriend, rental girlfriend, second season. I'm not going to watch that. There's a fourth season of Overlord, which I don't think I want to watch. The second season of Made in Abyss, I couldn't handle Made in Abyss because it was too scary for me, so I don't think I'm going to watch the second season. uh, I've read a lot of these, but I'm not excited about them. I couldn't handle Made in Abyss either. Yeah, I was like, nope, I'm done now. It was too much. And I just left my horror-loving friends to watch it. Kudo no Shoukanshi? Shoukanshi? Looks like shit. The horror was okay, but in the manga, the constant child torture. Yeah, it's like not okay. I guess it doesn't, for me, even that was too much for me in the anime. But like, I don't know. I can't even imagine how it would get in the manga. Blah, I don't know. Creepy. There's a harem isekai. I'm not going to watch that. There's a new maid show. I suppose I could watch the maid show. I like maids. Oh, there's Tokyo Mew Mew New. I'll probably check out Tokyo Mew Mew New. I don't know if it'll be good, but I'll definitely watch it. The rest is isekai garbage, yeah. No, there's Tokyo Mew Mew New. It's probably the only one. Only thing that's like not. It's a lot of isekai. Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, there's High Rain. Oh, that's the anime idol show I'll probably watch this summer. I usually pick one of them. High Rain has a one of the voice actors is in one of my Japanese idol groups that I like. Like she's like an actual 3D idol, not a 2D one. And she voices one of the girls, I think. So I'll probably check out that one. Why is Prince of Tennis is getting like another series? That's cool. Mm. Kudo no. Oh, Kudo no Shoukanshi. I see. I haven't even seen that one before. Can't believe VTuber idols are so popular that they're making real people into them now. Yeah, they are. It's interesting to me. I mean, I like I've been into like I guess the Japanese idol scene for like oh god, it's been almost 15 years. But I not to the level of like the AKB48 groups, but like I like my own little idol groups that continue on. But I don't know. It's very interesting. The culture itself has always been very bad, but I just like supporting the girls themselves. That's the kind of person I am. And then I just ignore all the haters. Or all the people that are just overly like critical of like a 15-year-old girl. It's like, come on, it's a child, stop. What are you getting from this? At least fairly well done, but the anime looks mediocre. Isekai Meikyu Dehare. Oh, I am not proud, but I read it again. The Ruby anime? Oh yeah, it's like fully animated, like not 3D, and it's I've watched the first episode. It's not it loses a lot of its dynamics. Like a lot of the animation dynamics are just completely lost. Um, that's kind of sad, I think. But oh well, it's okay. I'll just watch something else. Like I'll be reading enough One Piece where I don't need summer anime. uh, Classroom was elite for the edgelords. Oh, is that what it is? Hmm. Interesting. I mean, doesn't help that the original creator passed away. Yeah, it is sad. It's really too bad that that happened. Um, I didn't end up watching all of Ruby either, though. I only watched like the first two seasons. Yofukashi no Uta. Kashi? Yofukashi. Oh, is made by Linden Films. Candy anime one? Candy anime? The manga, at least. Like how I don't know how to feel about Berserk continuing after the author has passed. It's interesting. Well, I mean, it's hard. Like there's what? No, go away. There's oh, Dagashikashi. Oh yeah. Okay. That's like not what I think of when you say candy anime. I was thinking of some like weird one about aliens and them coming to Earth about candy. I can't remember what that one is called. And fashion. They were like Harajuku alien candy girls. I don't remember that show very well. Dakashikashi was fun though. I liked Hotaru. Hotaru. She was cute. Um, yeah. That's like my only opinion on that show. I liked Hotaru's character design. Her eyes were insane. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's true. She has like hair kind of like my length though. So it's like best length for me. Yeah, she was really intense though, so that's cool. I don't know, I like an intense person. Sometimes, like in like a setting where I can watch them on TV and then turn it off. uh, Oshino Samidare. What season am I excited for? I guess the fall season is more exciting for me. Just gotta tell you. I guess because I will watch the next season of My Hero in the fall. I'll probably check out the Bleach anime. I really am very, very excited about Marimasha Iroku season 3. Urusei Yatsura is getting its reboot, so I will check that out. It's coming out in the fall, I guess. What else is there? I'll probably watch Mob Psycho 2, yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that, but you're right. That's all that's really been announced so far. What the heck? Digiturate is getting a 21st anniversary anime? Okay. I'm not gonna watch that, but good for them. I see yeah, there's a bow in the Inumakun picture, yeah. Yeah. I think that's it for me for now. Cool Doji Danshi. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Blue Lock's manga is apparently really hype, so who knows? Lock. Yeah. Oh, Blue Lock. Oh, I see what it is now, the football one. The actual football, not American football. 影の実力者になりたくて. It's pretty funny. One big fat lie and a few twisted truths. Even in his past life, his dream wasn't to become a main protagonist or a final boss. He'd rather lie low as a minor character until it's prime time to reveal his mastermind. Or at least, do the best thing to pretend to be one. I see. That could be fun. It looks cute. I like the picture. Looks interesting, I guess. I should say not cute. Mm-hmm. Man, you know everything super best. Sensei Shitara Kendeshita is a cute isekai thingy. We'll see. I'm like, honestly, I avoid the isekai until I'm like, well, there's nothing else to watch. Let's go check them out. Let's go check them out. Okay. Let me go back. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Most of my school days have been reading manga. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Yes, we need you to stream so we can get your TED Talk on anime out of this world. Yeah! I was that guy. No, it's fair enough. I read a lot of manga too in my school days until I got too busy. Ugh. I did get too busy at one point, and there's like a huge chunk of time, like a 3 year gap in which I didn't watch any anime, and then I had just basically went back and watched everything I missed. So yeah, throw me a follow and we'll see. Ooh, ooh, that's interesting. I'll follow you. All right, let's see. What is this? I'm actually just saying. I think I'm gonna end stream soon, just because that's all I got for now.